Good evening once again. M.M Out here, over there, everywhere, all over the place.
Yes,
right here, the Apostle named Royce Campbell. Now, we had a very interesting conversation in the first part, and I hope those of you who suffered would have learned your lesson, and those of you who are attacked and approached from now, you know what to do.
That's right.
The important thing is we have an Interpol office here. Play along with them and give Interpol the number. The same information that they give you, give it to Interpol. Now, Apostle, I'm going to be a little different this week. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, I've recently been bombarded with questions about the situation with the young man who would have committed suicide with the two children.
Isn't that case under investigation?
That is under investigation. I've heard so much about it, and I think it's an unfortunate situation, but it tells us something about the state of mental stability in Barbados right now. It is not what it used to be, So that is something that I've looked at. I've been talking about recently with individuals, a number of areas, including our legal system, that came under very heavy scrutiny because of that situation as well too. And what I would like to see in Barbados again is for a new level of consciousness. I think that we're missing, that really needs to come to our people in this season. So that's one of the things that has been on my mind recently.
Well, being that you went down that track, I heard about that too, but I tend to not to take everything you see in the newspaper at face value, because people have been saying, oh, he said he was going to kill them and this and that, but we haven't seen the police report, so we don't. It may end up to be a different story.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I being a minister, when I heard about it, because someone sent me the video of the building while it was burning.
Wasn't there some explosion or something?
Yeah, neighbors said there was an explosion. They heard an
that
explosion.
could have been a gas bottle.
Could have been anything. But what I'm saying is that based on what led up to that, okay, Barbados has rules, and he mentioned about being summoned to court, then going to court, and then a sentence was handed down right away. That does not happen in Barbados. I know cases in Barbados with individuals personally who've been in custody battles for years now and still no sentence. It's this back and forth thing. So our judicial system must come under heavy scrutiny for that type of operation. And I think it's important for individuals to understand there is due process, okay? If due process is not adhered to, then we must abstain from any level of sentence being handed down. So I think this is very critical, and I think our judicial system has to be very careful in the way how it operates.
But I'll tell you this, as I said, I don't know the full things of what happened, but I'll tell you this, if he actually killed those two children and himself, he is a complete jackass. In my opinion.
Well, he did it, so,
right?
And he did it, so.
And it's a pity he didn't just do it himself and leave the two innocent children, right? There are several buses and cars around the place. Just run in front. You see one coming, run in front of it.
Well, it says a lot about what's going on within society right now. It tells us that there are a lot of bad cases out there. There are a lot of horrible situations.
And people who are right on the edge.
Yeah, right on the edge.
Right
on the edge.
Right on the edge.
Stress is very high. Several years ago I was coming from St. Philip, and my wife and I, we were coming from a service in St. Philip, and this guy on a motorcycle, we were approaching him. He had stopped, and he had this girl. He was holding her with her hands. So I stopped the vehicle. And I got up and I said exactly what's happening here. And he said to me, boss man, let me say this. This is my girl. He said, she just gave birth to a baby 2 months ago. All right? She lives with the grandmother. I just passed by the grandmother house to drop some things off. She left the baby 2 months old with the grandmother and she's going out partying. And he caught her while she was at the bus stop with the other young lady going out. And he asked me if I think that's right. I tell him that's not right. I agree with you.
Of course it's not right.
So,
but it's also not right for him to do anything violent.
Okay, that's what I'm
because
saying.
He's going to end up, the police is going to come for him.
But I'm going back to what I've been saying about this situation. Things have changed in Barbados drastically. And this case shows us what people will do if they're pushed too hard in this nation. And this is what we have to be very careful with.
Yes, because he could have actually killed her.
I mean, he could have killed all four.
Yeah, all four, because the absence of the death penalty is, there's no, well, he doesn't like the death penalty, but I'm saying the absence of the death penalty is, there's no deterrent as far as I'm concerned. Because he knows if he kills them, he's going to relapse in outdoors.
Well, see, I think in our session when I spoke about this, and I spoke from being from the position of being a man of God.
Yes, and you are.
And this is one of the things that people have to understand. Again, we have biblical laws, we have spiritual laws, and then we have the laws of the land. Okay? And if the laws of the land says one thing, then we abide by the laws of the land. Okay? So if you commit a crime, then the laws of the land says this is the punishment that comes along with the act that you've committed. So that's not something where the church, or I would get involved and say, no, it's the laws of the land. But as far as the laws of God are concerned, I mean, people have done in the Bible several different things. Even Peter himself, he said he never knew the Lord, even though he walked with him and walked on water with him. But he forgave him.
Yeah.
See? So there's a law.
Well, actually, he told him before it happened.
Yeah. So there's some of the things that I think is very important. But it goes to show you, Mr. Morris, that the level of mental stability of Barbadians is no longer where it is. We have a very serious psychological situation over there.
Yes. You know, even tonight, there's a guy, he is parked in my space at home, and I asked him, and he has these two girls on dressing above there. So I asked her, don't look at them, that's my daughter, man, you want them? I said, listen, I live here, this is my place. Right? The car mark P.
You didn't ask permission.
Right, no permission. I said, I don't care who want them, you will move from here. Because I'm not scared of you.
Right. Well, I tell you, I have a parking space here where we are. Sometimes people will come and they'll park there, and if you just simply say to them, excuse me, you can see that the spaces here are clearly marked.
Reserved.
If you want to park there, you ask the question.
You have to ask.
People in Barbados right now are of this opinion that, we just do whatever we feel like doing, and we don't.
And resort to violence when challenged.
Exactly.
Right?
So we have.
But I'm not scared.
Yeah, we have a mental problem in Barbados, and it's escalating. Guys, who are liking their girlfriends, it's a psychological problem that we have over here right now.
And it goes back to something that we discussed about the weather before. When people are having hard times, these things happen.
Yeah, and as I
it
mentioned,
drives them over the edge.
I mentioned that about the spirituality of a country. Okay, when you have a case like this, okay, and which is very, very important. When there's a high level of stress in a nation, it interferes with the climatic conditions over that nation. Okay?
It
makes things
hard.
harder. Okay? So as it is in the spirit, so it is in the natural. So if there's hardship and stress and fear within a nation, that mass consciousness will climb into the higher realms and it will affect things in that dimension. Okay? It will either give God the open door to help, or it will give the demonic realm the open door to bring problem and chaos. And I think a lot of people have to understand that. so that we can see where we're going. And I think I also mentioned that there was a gentleman who 2 years after 9/11, 2 years
Yeah.
after 9/11, he won the lottery.
Mhm.
And he won the lottery with the numbers 911. And when they asked him why he selected that number, he said because he knows the power of mass consciousness. He knows around that time what people will be thinking the most about. So he used it. So this is one of the things that helps people to understand that when you have a mass group of people that are in a state of mind that is similar, that energy level will go into the upper atmospheres and create problems.
That aura.
Yes, sir.
That
That
aura.
will create problems.
Yes.
Thoughts are energy. Thoughts, energy. Tesla said, when you're thinking about the earth realm, you're thinking energy, frequency, and vibration.
And that, now Sylvia from Antigua, you're the one who asked me about that when we did a program about that. And I told you that sometime you would have gone back to it. I didn't expect that, but look, we've gone back to it now and give it a little bit, although not the full thing.
Yeah. So whatever, like the Bible says, as a man thinketh, not just as a man thinketh, but as a man thinketh in his heart, which is the power part of the man. However you think in your state of power, that is what you will be. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you're not known by your friends, you're known by how you think. Okay? So if a person is a separatist, if a person is communist, then the person is known by how they think. So in your life, you have to be careful with the people who come into your life by carefully assessing how the person thinks.
Yes. I always say, you learn so much from the apostle. The apostle, he's a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. That's why I'm very glad to have him here every single week. And not only I, my subscribers too, because they look forward to our meetings, right?
Well, over the years, like I said, as a man of God, there are many elements and many things that you have to study so that you can talk with individuals. So I've read extensively. I've read the Veda. I've read the Quran. I've read the Kabbalah. I've read many different works, so that anytime I meet a Hindu or a Muslim, I can talk to them at their level.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can talk to the Muslim because I speak Arabic, so
Right.
that's my language, so that's no problem for me, right? In reading the Holy Quran. So, Apostle,
Yes, sir.
we're coming to the end of our session this week, and I must say, although we went a little bit different this week, I think the audience would have appreciated what we were actually trying to do, especially in that first part.
Yes.
Which I think that, and I hope that none of you guys who are connected to me, who watch my show, because you're mine, get fall for these things. But then again, we have a team here, and our team is, when the government fears the people, there
Yes,
is
sir.
liberty.
That's right.
No, you
You're
didn't
right.
correct me. Am I right?
You're right.
When the government fears the people, there's liberty. And when the people fear the government, there is tyranny.
That's right.
Right? That's our team. You're going to hear that every time we end the session. You're going to hear that. Right? Plain and simple. I'll repeat it once more. When the people fear the government, there's tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. And I'm out here, over there, everywhere, all over the place, signing off for now till next time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Also,
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Ross.
let's make it.
Yes, sir.